Yeah.
Seeker. Is that a possibility against Night Stalker?
Yeah, it kind of ruins him, but I was maybe thinking Troll, you know, just to have something to go late against this Alchemist. It's going to be the combo. They have a decent amount of damage that they can throw inside a Chronosphere.
Yeah, they're playing for the team fights.
Pretty much, they want to have superior team fight. I do like what Shopify Rebellion went with this game, because they needed to change things up a little bit. It was not working out in the second game. So get this Alchemist, try to play slightly more aggressive, like hit your earlier timings, but still gonna be tough not to crack. I think SabeRLight, he needs to pop off, and so is Abed. Not the easiest game for Storm, because they don't have the save for the Chronosphere. You get caught inside, you're gonna die.
Yeah, I think Shopify look like a different team when they have their Enchantress. They suddenly become this incredibly oppressive laning team, taking all of these towers. So I think that enough is going to make this game look very different for them. But I just worry about this Alchemist's ability to play into the Void later on in the game. I mean, if there's one player that I won't doubt on Faceless Void ever, it's Yatoro. I've seen him win games that he shouldn't win. And on paper, it does feel like Spirit's draft is slightly weaker than Shopify's. But like I said, I've seen this guy 1v5 on Faceless Void in games where he had a 5% win probability, so who knows?
That's a little worrying, but I feel like Shopify is going to be able to pick off those supports in the back line, and even though Yatoro's amazing at the role, like he might have to 1v5 in some of these fights.
Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen. Team Spirit, they won the most recent tournament they attended. Will they do so 2 times in a row in a best-of-5 grand final? Or will Shopify Rebellion extend this series? We're finding out together with Odie Pixel and Fog.
Prepare for battle.
It's feeding time.
Told you a storm was coming.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for game 3, and we're getting some action straight away. We're going to get on this. The disruption setups there on SabeRLight. This is going to be first blood for sure. SabeRLight goes down. Yatoro, first blood for him in the mid lane.
When would you expect this? They're just high-fiving. They're just having Yatoro's hitting him, having a good time. Disruption, boom.
Straight in. They were ready to go with the 5 of them there in the mid. Team Spirit. First blood for Yatoro.
And Abed gives him a nice little have fun after SabeRLight does die. Right?
All right. So, game 3. 2 games so far. Spirit, they've been able to take the 2 of them. Fogged. Are we going to see Shopify Rebellion able to turn things around, get a win in their favor, or could we be on the verge of a 3-0 hit from Spirit?
Spirit just looks too good, honestly, and they always have this late game potential. And yeah, look at this again. They're just, he's okay. Look, it's just a Void hitting an NS. Haha, 5 heroes. I rarely do you see heroes die under the tier 1 like this. You're usually too tanky, just because of that armor and everything, but yeah.
A bit of a head scratch. What can you do there?
Yeah, there's not much you can do. You can't expect that. You can't predict that all 5 are going to just be right there. So
overall, what are you liking from Shopify Rebellion's approach with this draft?
The Enchantress, and honestly, there's 3 things I really like. The Enchantress, the Night Stalker, and the Storm. I actually think that these 3 can take over if they do have this good early start. Might be a little bit difficult for Abed as the game does progress, because there's the double silences, there's going to be this chrono that comes out. But I think SabeRLight, he's probably the biggest one I have to look at. What type of game he has is probably going to dictate the pace of how they're going to be able to react versus Spirit. Because for me, they have to play pretty quick. I think if this game slows down too much, it's going to be this Void that super scales. They have a very strong scaling lineup.
Yatoro, Grandmaster Void. He's been doing some good carrying this series. I mean, some good carrying this tournament. Yatoro, he's been on fire.
And he got first blood. So he's got extra tangos to work with. He's got the Wraith Band already coming out. So his lane could be one thing that could have been a little bit difficult maybe before that first blood, just in getting some lasted sometimes versus NS because the base damage. But I mean, with the Wraith Band freely given, he's going to be able to freely farm up here.
Yeah, and sort of considering the things around the carry matchup this game, you would say Shopify, they are going to be on a bit of a timer.
Timer, absolutely. Yeah, you got to play aggressive and you got to get this advantage early. And, you know, they do have the Enchantress and the Night Stalker to thrive off of that early game. Every single time Nighttime's there, every single time the Ench has a creep, they can look to apply that pressure. Early silence pressure. We'll be able to remove at least 100 of that damage, but took a fair bit.
And we'll see if this time around this game, Abed gets a little bit more space. Or could you sort of see Spirit doing a similar thing? Are we going to get a lot of pressure on the mid early on from the supports of Spirit?
I don't think we'll see as much this time around. That being said, though, maybe they will just because it is Abed and he is playing one of his most comfortable heroes. But I think with the way that their heroes are, it's not the same. You know, they don't have this Miposhka Enchantress that just can easily make those type of moves. Feels like he does have to play a little bit more around the Void. Because that silence is going to start coming out very early on. It is going to be annoying. 13-2, 10-1. Abed, slightly ahead. And the Enchantress fly, as we've seen time and time again, this hero just seems to guarantee most lanes. Did get that Satyr creep to be able to burn some mana. This is a very potent lane, though, that Team Spirit does down in here. Way more kill threat, I would say, on this Dawn Sky in comparison to the NS plus the Coddle. The Miposhka could maybe die, but Yatoro should be pretty safe in most situations. And he's always got to have the time dilation. Mira! Got a Fairy Fire. He'll be all right. Only just.
I'm starting to see once again how much this Ench can do in the laning stage.
Just pokes you. Top poisons.
Oh, they're going to go for Arteezy with the combo. He'll throw down the concoction, but he's just dead straight up there to the combo for the two of them. The damage output from Collapse and Mira too high.
Crit, one more poison.
See what they can get from this crit.
He actually lives.
Yatoro, can he find some bashes?
He's got time dilation in a second. Should be able to have crit. And he will.
At the same time, back down bottom, Arteezy back in action. They'll get the revenge. They'll take down Collapse.
So much burst damage as we see right there, though, from the Sky and the Dawnbreaker. Even a hero like Alchemist can suffer. Arteezy's going to go for early Soul Ring just to tank himself up a little bit, too. Natural item, of course, for the Alch, but any type of bits of armor you can get for Dawn is nice.
Yeah, so there's the little items coming for Arteezy, and
yeah.
You know, Fly gets his levels. This lane should get safer and safer.
Absolutely. And he's an Alchemist, so he's always going to be able to get that. Anytime that it slows down at all for him down here, he gets that extra bit of gold, too. But Yatoro absolutely set up for success with the way he was given first blood, getting that second kill, too.
We are seeing some focus around the mid. Team Spirit bringing in both supports for the water runes here 4 minutes in.
Roll off the mark. And it does look like they are going to bring that attention to Abed again.
Yeah.
Poor
They
Abed.
want to shut Abed down. It worked last game. They want to do it again here.
Crit is in the area there to give him the salve and give him some chakra and stuff like that, although he does not get the bottle fill up. Does mean SabeRLight left alone up top. Not the most kill threat, no. Shadow Demon plus the Void versus this NS. Especially if the creeps are this close to his tower, he's just fine.
Yeah, should have enough freedom to allow Crit to hover around the mid, make sure that Abed gets sort of a bit of a safer start than he did in game 2.
And so far, the last hits, yeah, they're looking pretty good. 25 on Storm, 26 on Alch. Even though he did die the once, he's able to just back up and be able to get that farm going. It looks like maybe lanes are going to be quite actually just broken completely here 5 minutes. So, as you said, you know, the attention probably will come to that mid from the two supports. It looks like Shopify probably going to match that. And nighttime, it's now been hit. So SabeRLight, see what he's going to be able to do with this. Likely just stay in the lane.
They're going to try and go for Larl, but he's able to keep his distance.
Tough kill to go for, pre-6 on the Storm.
Yeah, the full 1 belt of strength. Very hard to burst, and Mira's here ready to back him up. They're leading on to Abed. They'll get the stun. Abed will be able to turn with the Vortex, but against the two of them, not a chance. They take Abed down. We'll see if Flying Crit can get anything in return. Chasing out Mira. Might be able to punish the Sky. Though. Good blast there from Crit. Does not Larl. Barely under the tower.
He's in a little bit of a weird spot. Is there going to be a push away?
I mean, the supports are making magic happen here with the two of them. Oh, not quite enough to get the kill, though. Well, just a bit too beefy for these two at this stage.
Power Rune. Abed's respawning in time for it. Can Larl claim this one? Crit is very low HP.
That's going to be down on the bottom. Mira able to get him with the deny.
Oh, can Fly get the kill? He's got the slow. Gonna take him a bit of time. Mira, he'll be able to claim a bounty rune. And maybe he just gives up his life. Yeah, he buys the boots. He buys the sword. Good kill from Fly. Tons of rotations.
I mean, all action on the mid again.
Yep.
That's top. They'll come in with the Solar Guardian. Bashes are there to set up for it to come crashing down to SabeRLight. Good knockback there from Crip.
Dodges.
Time dilation. A couple of stacks of poison.
Another dodge.
Connect. He should be able to get away from this SabeRLight.
Okay.
That was the Solar Guardian.
Bit of a rare miss there from Collapse. Just missed the hammer there. A little bit of sidestep there from SabeRLight. will survive. 7 minutes. Fly trying to get in to sneak the Wisdom Rune on the other side too. Look at Miposhka. He's going for it as well too. Looks like Spirit might be able to claim both of them.
Unless he's quick with the clicking here, Fly. And he won't be able to. Mira indeed picks it up first.
And he TPs. SabeRLight used the nuke.
He's instantly out.
Oh, another mistake.
They get away with that. Not punished at all. Not punished at all for that. The double Wisdom steal.
I guess maybe SabeRLight thought the chakra would give him enough of a cooldown reduction, but yeah, using the Void there just gives a free TP out. Support's going to be quite high level now off of that one. Void matching the farm of this Alchemist at the moment too. Spirit, although Shopify's farming well in this laning phase, so is Spirit.
Let's see if they can get a kill out of this. As Crit turns up to help out. Fly is going to be able to get the heal off.
Got the slow as well.
And he's already used the hammer, so not much more that Collapse can do to drag himself away or try and swing back in with a Starbreaker. Maybe look for a neutral deny. Not going to get it. Damage is done. And Shopify Rebellion take the kill. Same time up top. SabeRLight. Oh, a little bit of all chat there.
Oh.
What is that? What is that meant to be?
I mean, just maybe he was typing like an LOL or something there. I don't know. Oh my god. So, another L. He's just giving him the L.
Just giving him the L. Okay. I mean, he kind of... Okay, and then he gets a P in return.
Low prio?
Yeah.
Oh, what a play.
I mean, if he just tried to give it... he kind of messed up. It would have been cool maybe if he just did it the first time around, but the fact he had to clarify and type it again capitalized, yeah.
Fair enough.
It wasn't as smooth as he hoped it to be there, SabeRLight.
I mean, that's sick. No, that's the power of this ult. He just gets the double silence, double fear onto him, or double damage, and he's killing the Void. That's big.
Fly.
Can he get away?
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
Takes a lot of mana though, a lot of effort to kill this Enchantress.
Yep. A rare death by Yatoro, enabling SabeRLight. He's now, I mean, very high up in farm now after this Larl. Can he actually get himself away with the silence?
Ooh, good movement from Abed. He's able to block it off. Disruption holds Abed back for now. But Abed, he's going to want to try and find Larl in the trees. Larl.
Oh, he's juking.
He's hiding.
Abed.
I see him now back on the wave, but now the distance
chased.
in which he can't go aggressive towards Larl.
It's a level 2 silence. Yatoro is running over to connect for him too.
He's got the chrono if he wants to drop it, and he will.
They stack the silence on top. Do they have enough?
They'll have the damage. No messing around. Absolutely worth it there. Drop the silence, drop the chrono. You want this Storm Spirit dead.
Oh, yeah. 5 to 7.
SabeRLight.
He's got to be super active on this Night Stalker.
And he certainly is. Silence setting up for a good duration from the stun of the concoction. The TPs are coming in.
Oh, that bonk actually working in Collapse's favor.
I mean, they're diving pretty deep here for this. Larl's turned up.
He's low mana. Larl.
I mean, they turn towards him. Solar Guardian coming in with a heal, though. Larl, he'll be
Arteezy.
saved. A big dive, punished hard there.
What
as
a
they
bait.
get caught beyond the tier 1 tower. Crit also stuck here on the low ground. He's... Oh, nice little...
Wait, what?
It's actually going to get him out of there.
Okay, no, he's caught.
And they've got him. Concussive into the Ancient Seal. Yatoro ready to run down the Cottle. As Crit. He's only got so much he can do. On the retreat, the bashes come in. The two of them going down.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
taking the fight a bit too close to tier 1. At least over in the mid, Fly able to make some magic happen with the space given as he takes the tier 1 tower down with the pressure.
He tends to. All right, what a bait play. And Larl comes in and he's like, okay, yeah, I have no mana, guys. Go for me, right? He had, what, literally 0 mana, half HP. Gives the space, though, for the Solar Guardian. That was actually super cool. And they get the big connection. You can see SabeRLight's trying to do as much as he can. He wants to put pressure to give space because this is an Alchemist who is not getting that big explosive farm. The Void is actually just straight up matching him. So Fly, he's trying to do his best here too, trying to get this damage onto these towers, enabling his cores, getting that extra gold. So far, Spirit, they're the ones actually leading versus Falco early game.
He's taking the twin gate over. They're going to just try and run down Arteezy.
He is looking in trouble. There's a silence.
He might not even get the concoction off. Indeed, the Ancient Seal, the Starbreaker, he's only going to end up stunning himself. Mystic Flare comes down. They've taken Arteezy out again.
He's getting no space to farm. They're getting farm on SabeRLight the least. They're getting some pressure with him and Fly, but Arteezy's not getting the space again.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, Yatoro has 5 kills somehow. The Void just getting involved in so much in this early game. It's definitely a game here too where the Void only really has to watch out for the most part about that Night Stalker. So set up for success. Smoke looks like they want to, and they kind of need to make this aggressive play for SabeRLight. Has the Dark Ascension ready. Can he find a target? Blade Mail finished for Larl.
Rather difficult for them to commit for the Earth Spirit now.
And always difficult too. It's like with the Storm Spirit for Abed. Yes, he has a shield rune now. Maybe he can, but so much silence he has to worry about.
Go.
Okay.
Big zip in from Abed. They're in onto Mira, but the Solar Guardian's coming in. Mira is getting healed up. He's able to step back. He's going to be fine for now. It finally falls.
Larl's in.
As SabeRLight's caught on the front, they catch him with a Star Breaker. He ticks out to the Magnetize. They'll lose the two of them here. Shopify Rebellion. Larl will continue to attempt to chase Abed, but with the Invis rune, Abed manages to get out.
Can Fly get away though? Collapse, he's stalking him. They're gonna just let this Enchantress walk away.
I mean, aggressive moves though that are getting punished. SabeRLight
Every time.
trying to start these plays, but he ends up losing his life.
He probably feels like he needs to make these plays, but every time the Solar Guardian just came, the little bit of save from a disruption, and then the Solar Guardian comes in and everything's turned around quickly. That was their Darkest Sanction, and they lose the fight. Void 500 ahead of Alchemist. Never something you want to see if you're rooting for this Alch. His timing's gonna be quick. Does he actually have it finished already? I think he does, right? Yeah, he's got the Maelstrom already done. Holy crap. It's one of the most farmed. I think it's the most farmed Void I've ever seen. 7,000, 13 minutes.
An absolute beast on the hero here, Yatoro.
Yeah. And they are shutting down all three cores, effectively. You know, the Night Stalker is hurt now, Abed's hurt, and Arteezy, an Alchemist who doesn't have this super fast timing on his items.
Mira?
They're just keeping it going. Mira looking for a solo play. Doesn't quite find it.
They're in the jungle of Team Spirit. Team Spirit, they're kind of in position to try and push Shopify out of this.
They see Collapse, but this is a very These heroes are so tanky right now.
As they'll start to play around with Flight.
They're just gonna throw the Purge on him.
He's got the heal out. Again, it's a slow kill, but it should be a sure one.
I mean, they literally see Collapse, but I think they click him, and they click the Earth Spirit too, and they're like, do we really want to commit resources to go for these 1,600, 2,000 HP heroes? Do they even have the damage to be able to kill them? I don't know. I don't think so. And now Solar Guardian's back online too, so difficult for them to set up onto either of these tanky cores. And not giving opportunities to find Yatoro. How long till Dark Ascension? Okay, it's back up. And nighttime soon to hit. Gonna need a pretty successful night.
They're gonna try and bring together a fight around this mid, or at least try and stop Team Spirit from getting away with the push.
Yeah, they're grouping up. This is gonna be the moment for Shopify to strike back, get things back going for themselves a little bit here. But everything is at the ready for the side of Team Spirit.
Highly likely that Yatoro can swing by and drop a good chrono.
And if you don't make the first move onto Collapse, he's just going to join in with the Solar Guardian, and he is going for the scaling build. He is going down this Desolator build that we've seen.
In they go, Shopify. Can they find some sort of kill, some sort of quick pick off against these ultimates? They're going to go for Larl. Disruption there. I'll be able to hold back one. Abed turns his attention over towards Miposhka instead. Now the Solar Guardian comes in. They've killed Miposhka off in time, though. Collapse. Turns with the Star Breaker onto SabeRLight. Roll forward from Larl. They're in off the Night Stalker, but they've lost the two supports this time, Team Spirit.
Here comes Yatoro.
Jumps in. He's holding back on the chrono for now.
Good connection so far.
But the two kills, they don't lose anything in return.
Thinking about re-going.
They're going to try. See if they can jump Collapse again. Collapse. Bursting SabeRLight low, but SabeRLight can keep the distance. Concoction out from Arteezy. Shopify Rebellion, they'll get a third.
Beautiful. Really nice fight. They get on top of everybody. The Solar Guardian actually comes in and the SD's already dead. They completely dodged it. Great aggressive move to get them back into the game.
Not easy for them to force these plays, but they pull it off this time, Shopify.
They dance beautifully, just dancing around, not giving the opportunities for this Earth Spirit Void to connect properly. And now Arteezy does have his Radiance finished up, so.
I should imagine if Shopify Rebellion can avoid rough fights and continue these quick pickoffs, should allow the state of the game to show this out, the difference between him and the Void in terms of how much farm they can find, right? Yatoro obviously running this Maelstrom, but it's not like he's running a Midas build, so the Radiance out and a passive gameplay should start to get a bit of a lead.
Should. But they're gonna be making these moves. They're not gonna play passive on Team Spirit. They've got this. I mean, they've got this Earth Spirit plus the Skywrath, super aggressive combo. But Collapse shows himself.
Well, look for him. Good stun with the concoction. It's enough.
Good gank.
Arteezy able to get involved.
Mid.
Got eyes on SabeRLight. Larl. Not quite a connect with the stun. He'll get the slow. Doesn't want to go any more in on towards SabeRLight. A missed opportunity there for Spirit. And Shopify being able to start to take over some presence here on this top half of the map.
Just keep giving Abed mana. I think just keep letting him make these moves on the map as the Storm Spirit. Him and Crit just paired up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Thought he was going to be the mana, but it's not. He's running toward Arteezy instead. Still that nighttime for a few more minutes. Collapse respawning. Solar Guardian is back online. And Yatoro is getting toward a healthier function of having a BKB to protect himself versus the silence. Fly.
He's going to have SabeRLight
He's okay
to help out. The heal's out. Fly's fine.
Here comes Abed.
Maybe SabeRLight can chase something down. Abed closes in on Miposhka. They'll get the easy kill onto the Shadow Demon, and now they'll try for Mira. Abed with the last bits of his mana. And know where he
No
is.
way.
But, oh, they couldn't find him in time. Mira's out with a TP.
Oh, the tumbler into the perfect spot. Able to sneak himself out, but they don't get the kill. They try to go for an instant pop onto Fly, but he survives and quick TPs from Shopify to help out.
Abed. Oh, it's a three-man chrono for Yatoro.
And the solar.
It's coming in to follow up. They've taken out Abed. They should be able to get them all here. Fly and Crit cleaned up. Triple kill for Collapse, because why not? As Yatoro, there was no hesitation on that one. He sees the three of them. He drops that chrono immediately.
Literally perfect. Picture perfect. The level 2, I think it was level 2 chrono. You actually put the point in it too. Usually you don't see the carry players do this, but a perfect catch.
They were not ready for the Void to be here.
Right on the edge.
Does not get any better than that.
Collapse will take those kills. I think that's his Desolator finished up now too. And SabeRLight. He's going down. This Void's just way too big. BKB finished. He has pretty much no threat now to die. The silences, the control is just not really there for Shopify. Arteezy still farming well, but Abed now starting to fall further and further behind. Same thing for SabeRLight. When you see even a slight gold lead for the team that has a Void versus an Alchemist, that is concerns. And with the way that they're playing, they're scaling. They're scaling hard on all three of these cores. That Desolator for Collapse finished up. How long? I mean, they still have this 40 seconds until daytime. Do they have time to be able to look for a strike back here? Larl, strong a little bit deep. Can they punish him? He's so tanky now. Might have to just settle for Mira.
Yeah, Mira's stepping up pretty far.
They got him. Give it, Abed. Give it to the cores.
They've got to
They got to go more.
They have to. They can't allow this.
Especially not when these cooldowns are down, right? Right now, Chrono, 40 seconds. How long on Solar? Solar's actually back up in a few seconds. Collapse is actually doing another interesting build. I always like to talk about these because he's actually just omitted the second point in it again. He's actually just 4-4-4 and then just the 1 point. I'd imagine he does level this one, though, in comparison to him not leveling his Stampede from earlier. It is quite valuable, but yeah, always interesting to point out. Daytime has been hit.
Doesn't look like they'll find anything off the back of this smoke.
Nope.
Poshka, keeping the spot away, pushed him. Might get punished for this one.
He's definitely... That's a bold play there from Miposhka.
More money for Abed. Going straight for the BKB next.
Needs it this game versus the double silences. Still could get killed even with BKB, though, versus this Void. Yatoro's just so farmed. Holy crap. BKB, almost a Mjolnir now finished up. Just continuing to match the farm of an Alchemist.
Yeah, just not the difference between them that Arteezy on the Alch would hope to have.
No. How's his itemization, though? Blink, BKB. I think now is the time when Arteezy, I think now is like they're going to probably start calling, hey, Artur, we need you to start getting involved. You're very strong, and we need you to start helping us a little bit. Get this Storm and this Night Stalker back into the game a little bit. Problem is, Chrono's back up, and same thing with that Solar Guardian.
With this BKB on Yatoro, it's just almost impossible for Shopify Rebellion to set up a play onto the Void. They have to find the heroes around him.
If you can chain stun and kill, maybe, but the problem is there's a Shadow Demon too, right? So the chain stun is very unlikely. He'll get that BKB off and he's going to turn it.
As a Shadow Demon and so, of course, the Solar Guardian. These little things can that much harder for Shopify to get the quick picks.
And they're just going to force a Roshan during that daytime. difficult to see Shopify wanting to contest this by any means. And they got both Wisdom Runes also on the side of Spirit before, so the levels just continue to be there.
Full me on it for Yatoro. SabeRLight has got his blink.
Oh, and you know what else they also have too on the side of Spirit? Triple Philosopher's Stone. They're looking for the scaling. They're making that money. How many Phillies on the side of Shopify? 0.
Oh, well, there you go.
Now an Aegis also, so Yatoro even harder to kill.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they can even take him out the one.
I don't think so either. And Larl too, right? He's 3,000 HP. He's got the Blade Mail Heart already finished up. Things are seeming harder and harder for the side of Shopify. Can they maybe catch Collapse here? Seeing him over here on the sidelines. But Spirit want to fight.
They seem prepared for
They're very ready
themselves. And Yatoro, he's ready to join them. He's down here.
Arteezy.
They've got eyes on him. Larl, leading in, gets the slow off. Sees SabeRLight jump over towards the back lines. The Chrono on 2. It's going to be catching the 2 of them, allows them to bring SabeRLight down low. Not quite enough to kill him. SabeRLight's still alive. As SabeRLight will be able to dodge out to the side of the fight. They're picking out the 2 supports. And Arteezy will fall. Fly now getting focused by Yatoro. The Enchantress out of action. Same for SabeRLight. Larl just cleaning them up here with the magnetize. Crit will try for the TP out, but Larl, he's got the kick. He's got the cleanup. 4 dead on Shopify. Abed, the only one able to get out alive.
You can kill the supports, but you cannot touch these cores. Look at this. They're like full HP after the fight still. A beautiful Chrono again from Yatoro. Catches right on top of the Night Stalker.
Doesn't lose his Aegis. Didn't even need to press his BKB in that one, Yatoro.
Look at that. Just gets 100 to 0'd on this Night Stalker pretty much.
I mean, he was lucky to sort of survive that initial Chrono as long as he did on SabeRLight, but it didn't matter.
He just ticks out, right? Yeah, I think he just ticked out to the magnetize. He walked back in, and I think that stone right there actually spread to him right when it was about to expire.
Yeah, Larl getting some crazy damage out in that fight.
Yeah, SabeRLight knowing it.
Stone.
It's just who do you focus fire, right? They wanted to jump the Shadow Demon because they saw an opportunity for it, but the backup, it always is there from Spirit.
Yeah, they just went for that move expecting Spirit to not quite be as prepared as they would. Maybe they were, they felt that they could find like what Miposhka plus one, Miposhka and Collapse, but wasn't to be.
No,
they were ready for that Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, Miposhka was actually looking for the aggressive play himself of just disrupting the Alchemist, getting those illusions going and everything too, but either way, another fight, Spirit. Continue to just reign supreme. And now Larl, Assange, a shield rune. He couldn't, I mean, you could barely even touch him before.
What do you do?
What do you do? I mean, SabeRLight's game is just non-existent, right? He had an amazing performance on the Night Stalker earlier today, but this game, it just feels like he's very much so addressed.
A couple of moves where he's tried to go in and it's been punished. They just never quite had that lead. This game, Shopify Rebellion, and as
they never
continues
did.
On the net worth, Yatoro keeping on par with the Alchemist.
Yeah. And they're scaling all 3 cores, right? That's the build from the Dawnbreaker 2, what it allows. He has now a BKB on Collapse too. He's hitting hard. Level 18 already been claimed since they've gotten all these Wisdom Runes in all these fights. It's tough to see when the big timing is, when it's going to be like, all right, Shopify's got a good way to take a fight back into this because of how tanky and durable these 3 cores are, and just the lack of answers really for this void. Spirit just too comfortable right now.
Can take what they want. Tier 2. Soon to be theirs.
Still 90 on the Aegis. They've got Solar Guardian if anyone wants to try to make a move too. It's nighttime again for SabeRLight, but not much he can do. And there's the 20 talent on the Void at attack speed. Anyone is dead.
He's ready to just run at them, Yatoro. I mean, they're all ready to fight here. Smoke up from Spirit. Larl.
They see the shield and they're like, oh my god. No way they can kill him. Can they dispel it at least? They will. Okay.
The silence. And towards Crit. He's out.
But they just take a look at Larl. He's just getting tickled.
Arteezy will get the concoction off on a Collapse. They're going to try and fight the Dawnbreaker first. And he's going to get caught by the stun and return as Larl goes back in the BKB's pop. Yatoro deals with SabeRLight on the back lines.
Abed.
The silence catches Abed. Yatoro, he's got the Chrono, catches the Storm. Abed in trouble. Solar Guardian also thrown into the mix just to make sure there's no hope for Abed on the escape. As once again, a clean team fight win there for Spirit. It's 4 dead. They don't lose anything. They don't even lose the Aegis on Yatoro.
They can't even kill the...
I mean, again, he's not losing the Aegis, and he's not even needing to press BKB.
He's not. He doesn't even
He's not
need
being
to.
forced to do anything in these fights. Yatoro's just going to get into play these fights as freely as possible.
I look at Larl. He's
no
just
pressure on him.
Getting tickled. They jump the Dawnbreaker. They throw Glimmer. They throw all the protection onto him. There's just... The damage just isn't there for these cores. Look at this. This is everything thrown onto him, but there's just not that follow-up. Abed, he's terrified to jump in and follow up. And then even then, he gets caught.
Looking good.
Looking pretty impossible here.
Yeah.
The Shopify Rebellion. We're going to have to see something from them that we've never seen before if they turn this one.
This one is so convincing, really. Like Spirit's just, they're absolutely dominating every single one of these fights. Now without even Chrono, they're looking to take this one.
So they can pressure the backlines. They'll go for the 2 supports. They'll get them. Mira, also to fall. But in return, this time Yatoro is ready with a BKB. He'll pop it.
And Arteezy's isolated. BKB CD.
Yatoro can come back in if he needs to take down Arteezy. Concoction's going to be there. She's speedy enough to separate from the both of them.
He's stunning himself.
Yatoro's got a full Scardy. In with the hammer. They're on top of Arteezy. Pop the BKB.
Can he run? Can he hide?
He's trying to juke through the trees. He'll be able to blink away. SabeRLight gets him with the silence on towards Yatoro, but Yatoro's too beefy to fight, and indeed Yatoro, he doesn't care. He just jumps straight towards SabeRLight.
They're just still full HP on all 3 cores. SabeRLight runs in and silences, but he's like, oh god, I can't do anything.
Oh, he's pulled them over towards Arteezy. Arteezy's like, why have you made them chase you over here?
SabeRLight, no! They're gonna keep chasing. I mean, TP's on cooldown for Arteezy. Collapse. Can he get the connection? All right, they're cutting him out a bit here.
Oh, Mira.
Whoop. Whoop.
Hasn't got any TP cancel himself, so SabeRLight's out.
Arteezy, can he sneak the wisdom? No,
Should
not.
Yeah, he's going to be okay to TP.
Yeah,
he's
he's
back
safe.
off in a few seconds. So Arteezy makes it out of there.
Yep. The fight without Chrono, convincingly again, still for Spirit. And now Chrono, it is going to be back up. Can they get the jump here onto Larl? Can they kill him? He's so tanky.
Solar Guardian's up. 4 heroes trying to take down Larl, and they only get about a third of his HP. Larl's fine. As
And here comes Yatoro.
He's got the Chrono if he needs to line it up. He will, and he catches them perfectly on the tip. SabeRLight caught. Fly as well. It's getting painful now, this game 3 for Shopify Rebellion, as this is the team spirit show through and through.
Oh, nice try there from Collapse, the fancy blink play with the Starbreaker. At every single fight, convincingly. Yatoro seems to be landing every single Chrono perfectly. Just on the edge, catches 2 heroes again and again and again. And yeah, like you said, has a Scotty. Out of nowhere, just so much farm that he's been able to find.
Yeah, they're up to the base.
And they can't even hurt Larl. They take out, what, a third of his HP or something with that Solar Guardian coming in?
4 heroes trying to go for him.
Damage just not there.
It really isn't. Few seconds, and they will have the full lineup up, Shopify Rebellion. What sort of defense can they offer?
They haven't killed a core in 15 minutes again. Similar to that last game. The last time, I think it was, 15-minute mark or so when the Dawnbreaker died. Besides that,
Yatoro's just taking the barracks here.
the cores just always live.
Some backdoor protection kicking in.
Kicks him, time walks back in. Oh, it's funny.
Radiant's middle barracks are unstable.
They can't push him off it.
Nope. Can't touch.
The racks are gone. And fly.
Jeez.
But with the force, Abed quite able to get the grab on Collapse, and even if he did, just the amount of HP that these cores have.
At the least, Abed does have a BKB now to protect himself versus this silence that has literally not letting him really do too much inside a lot of these fights. See if they can find any catch here, though.
That's easy.
Can they 100-0 Yatoro?
He's got a DD, brings out the courier to solo smoke himself to maybe give the chance of a setup here. They've got to take risks, Shopify Rebellion.
It's got to be 5 heroes, it feels like. Is 4 even enough?
And they burst the void. Ooh.
He's got Solar Guardian.
It's the stun. Solar Guardian's coming in. It's not close.
It's not even close.
Yatoro's perfectly fine. Time walks out. Time walks back in to take Arteezy down low. As Arteezy's gone.
And the 2 on the side, isolated. They're going for Miposhka, but he might just be baiting them in.
It's 4 dead. The 3 dead. They get 1 of them.
They get 1.
Abed's pretty low on the mana.
Oh.
And he does not have TP. They might be able to chase this storm.
It's out of stones, but they might just keep persisting. Collapse wants him. Oh!
They see
Oh, he saw him.
There's
Pudding
last
pop.
bit of mana there. Abed
Farewell.
into the silence. His body kicked to the side by Larl.
Larl having a hell of a game as well, too. You know, we've been kind of distracted by the beauty of the Yatoro, but honestly, all 3 cores, they're just playing perfectly. He's, what, 8-0 and 17 on this Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
And every time the Solar Guardian just comes out, and there's just, even before the Solar Guardian, it didn't look like they had the damage. They needed all 5 hitting Yatoro. Too tanky. The cores just continue to live. And the hope for Shopify comes pretty much 0 now. Chrono at the ready. You still keep going. A full butterfly also. Oh my goodness, disassembled that Mask of Madness.
I mean, yeah, the amount of farm Yatoro has is pretty disgusting. He's playing the level he's playing at.
He had
12, 115, level 24.
Game 1, 1000 GPM.
Oh,
Game
yeah.
2, 960 GPM. Game 3, he's sitting at 800 GPM on a Void.
Probably one of the highest average GPMs you'll get from a carry performance in a best of 5.
I would imagine so.
I gotta say, yeah.
Get themselves a free Roche and Aegis a cheese. Being as careful as possible anyway, just in case. Full Octarine out for Larl.
And he's got a cheese. If he even needs it.
If he even needs it.
If pass it over to Miposhka, Larl knows he's not going to need to pop a cheese anytime soon. They can't kill him.
That's actually pretty funny.
Axe on Mira. They're all getting to have some fun this game, Team Spirit. This whole series they have.
Ags with the Void. That's the dream. He also has the Shard too. He has the final push commencing. Crit doing a dance.
Yatoro teasing around with them. His chrono is absolutely on point this game. The connections he's had.
They've been perfect. Like 3 or 2 heroes every single time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
They're going to try and go for him.
Jump the back line.
He's looking for Miposhka. Collapse. He's in with the Starbricks. Let's get this.
It is Arteezy.
The chrono's out to Arteezy. He's out. Arteezy's dead for 75. SabeRLight's out as well without buyback. They can't even find Mira. The defensive disruption comes in. Nobody dying on the side of Team Spirit. As flying Abed,
GG.
They'll try and retreat. It is over. GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Spirit are the champions here at Dream League Season 21. They take this best of 5, 3-0 against Shopify Rebellion. And Fogged, it wasn't really very close.
Only game 1. Game 1 had a little